Hello everybody, welcome back to Tom Reads Things. My name's Tom. I hope you're all very well, and welcome to another Vlogmas video. Vlogmas video. So today I am going to be doing the Christmas Carol tag. So yes, I'm going to be doing the Christmas Carol tag. I was so pleased when I saw that Lauren from Lauren and the Books had tagged me in her tag video. I've loved Lauren's channel for years, about 100 years, and I was so excited when she tagged me. So yes, I am doing the tag video. So this was originally done, I think, by Lauren Wade. It's her original tag video, so I'll link both Lauren's and Lauren's video in the description box down below. But should we crack on? So the first question is The Ghost of Christmas Past, a book that was a childhood favourite. So for me, I think I mentioned this actually in my Q&A that I did with Mark yesterday. For me, it was a non-fiction book that I received as a child, and it was about the Tudors. And it was like quite an academic book, but I just remember I got it when I was like 5 years old, and I didn't really understand a lot of what was said, but I loved the pictures and I loved the kind of Tudor imagery, and I just absolutely adored it. And on my 6th birthday, I asked to go to the Tower of London for my birthday treat. So yeah, that's the book. Question 2 is The Ghost of Christmas Present, a recent book that you think will become one of your all-time favourites. So for me, that is The House Without Windows by Barbara Newell Follett. So this is an absolutely fantastic book. I've spoken about it recently on this channel. I absolutely adored it. It's written by a very young, either 9 or 14, can't remember, Barbara Newell Follett. And it's basically just her imagination spilling out onto the page. There's a lot in this book around a child's exploration of nature and what freedom can mean to a child. And I just thought it was absolutely beautiful, and I loved this book. It's very short. You need to understand the context of this book and who wrote it and how old they were when they wrote it to fully appreciate it. Otherwise, I just think you'll think it's crap. But yeah, I loved it because it's just a child's imagination. She doesn't care about structure. She doesn't care about characterizations. She doesn't care about themes. It's just an amazing exploration of a child's imagination, and I loved it. Question 3 is The Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come. So a book coming out next year that you're most excited about. So for me, this is a book called A Requiem for a Knave, and this is by Laura Carlin. So I'm not sure when this is coming out. I think it's coming out early next year. But I absolutely adored The Wicked Cometh by Laura Carlin. It was such an amazing, sort of underrated book of last year, year before, can't remember. And I'm really excited for A Requiem for a Knave to come out. It looks really gothic, it looks really dark and interesting, just like The Wicked Cometh. So really excited for that. Question 4 is Bah Humbug, a book that everybody else loves, but that I really can't stand. So for me, please don't shout at me. It is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I just really don't like this. I've tried reading it so many times because I'm determined to love it, and I just don't, and I can't help it, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I don't get on with her writing style in terms of novels. I love her poetry. I love Emily Bronte's poetry, but this just doesn't do it for me. On paper, it would absolutely work for me. It's gothic, it's got kind of dark and twisted characters, which I absolutely love, but this just doesn't work. Just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. Question number 5 is Bob Cratchit, an old dependable book that I recommend to everyone. So for me, this has to be David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. I've spoken about this so many times. I bloody love it. It's one of my favourite books of all time, definitely within my top 4 favourite books of all time. Oh, it's just absolutely brilliant. It follows the story of David Copperfield throughout his life and all of the wonderful people that he meets and all of the wonderful things that he does. And it's just so interesting. It's very moving and heartfelt at certain points in this book, and it sort of punches you in the stomach, a literary punch in the stomach, if you like. So yeah, I bloody love this, and I would highly recommend it to everyone. Mwah! Question 6, is Tiny Tim an underhyped book that you think deserves more love? Now for me, this is Melmoth by Sarah Perry. I adore this book. I love it so much, and I actually really prefer it to The Essex Serpent. The Essex Serpent I enjoyed. It was all right, but it wasn't amazing. This is amazing, but I don't feel like it gets the attention that The Essex Serpent did, and that really riles me. Melmoth is about a lady in Prague, and she is kind of haunted by this walking spirit who tries to take her away with her. And it's just, I won't say too much because otherwise it will spoil it, but it's dark, it's twisted, it's macabre, it's gothic, it's just absolutely bloody wonderful. It's so atmospheric. I'm sorry, but look at that bloody cover. Such a cover tart. Question 7 is today, why it's Christmas Day. What's a book that always gets you in the mood for Christmas apart from A Christmas Carol? So for me, this is Winter by Ali Smith. Now, I don't really own a lot of wintry, Christmassy books. I'd like to own more, so please give me some recommendations if you know some. But yeah, this I think is it's not your traditional joyous, joy-filled, wonderful, cozy Christmas read. It is set around Christmas and set around kind of Christmas Day especially. But it looks at mental health, it looks at family dynamics, it looks at understanding people who aren't necessarily having the best time. And I just think it's a really interesting exploration of sort of modern day Christmas. So yeah, and it's called Winter. So this really gets me in the mood for Christmas and for winter. Question 8 is The Muppet Christmas Carol, your favourite film adaptation of a book. It's Muppet Christmas Carol. It's my favourite Christmas film. It's my favourite adaptation of a book to a film. I just absolutely adore it. I adore everything about it. I think for me, because I grew up in the 90s, I know, it's hard to believe. But I grew up in the 90s, and for me, that was just such a prominent Christmas film of those times, and it just really reminds me of my childhood Christmases, which were bloody brilliant. And he really swore then, crikey. So yeah, that's my favourite book to film adaptation. Question 9 is tag some people. So I wouldn't usually tag people in, like Lauren really, I wouldn't usually tag people in tag videos, but there are 2 people who I would love to see do this video. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Don't feel pressured. But do it. No, don't really. Don't feel pressured to do it. But there's 2 people I'd love to see their answers. So the first person is Jenny from Bookish Shenanigans. I'll link her channel down below. She's got a fantastic channel, started up this year, talks about a wide range of books, and love her channel. So yeah, I would tag Jenny from Bookish Shenanigans. The next person I will tag is Simon from Savage Reads. I'd really like to see his answers to this. I think they'd be really interesting. So Simon, I am tagging you. So thank you very much for joining me on today's Vlogmas video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you again tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Thanks, bye.